Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and this is it. This is going to conclude my last videos for the 4th anniversary tournament. It feels like it's been a really long week, especially when it comes to this tournament. Some of these holes are just difficult, but I think that keeps the game, a little bit more fun and frustrating at the same time. So we'll go ahead and just hop into this. The back 9 went a little bit better than the front 9. A few drops, but still hole number 6 eluded me, and I picked up that birdie, which really hurt. Well, if you're not a subscriber, I really hope you become one. If you find this video helpful, at least you're going to get to see the wind angle. You'll see a hole-in-one. You'll see another quarterback power shot on hole number 5. Hit the thumbs up button if it helps you out. And if you'd like to support my work that I did for you all throughout the week, there's 2 ways you can do so. You can become a member to the channel, which you can see in the description below. And a lot of those proceeds actually go to a really good cause. And then secondly, you can also do PayPal if you like that. But, I appreciate everybody who's watching. So here we go. Hole number 1. I didn't put the graphics on every hole because they've been the same for the most part, from week to week. 20% elevation on the drive at max. I'm playing this one 6 bars of top spin with 2 bars of left side spin. And as normal, I'm just driving down the middle of the fairway here. Now, this is what threw me off for shot number 2. See, a great ball to the left is gonna really mess up the yardage, that I had written down to play shot number 2 at, and I went 322, which was one of my longest drives of the week. So I had to get into a guessing game when it came to this shot. I had it very specifically throughout the tournament to where I was using that top spin and that side spin, and I was getting myself almost right at max range, but then that great shot really threw that off. So now you can see here I'm somewhere between mid and max. So it did become a guessing point for me, and I just didn't pull the correct rings. So we need to hit that drive perfect, and then we can be playing it like we have been all week with the 10% at exactly mid or exactly max, just depending if your runner has the plus yards in front of it. But here I think I end up pulling 3.2 rings. So I was just trying to, pick a number, pretty much between mid and max. And I just picked wrong. It was still close. But, that shot right there would have came down to a slider. And, the great shot just threw me off. All right, hole number 2. Hole number 2, we're super close on. Unfortunately, this ball is going to be really close to the pin. But it's going to help you out. 2 bars of side spin, like always. You can see here, I've got my orange ring dipping into the rough. That's how I've been trying to play this one all tournament long to find this funnel right here. It is a really nice funnel. The 5.4 wind is on the low side. So what that means here, after you see this shot, is we needed a click of topspin. Because you can see here, we're coming in at the hole. Now we do move to the right at the end. But if we'd have had the top spin, that ball would have been straight through the funnel and hit the pin for a hole-in-one. Here's the advice I'm going to give you is if you have higher wind, okay, so maybe we can add like 0.2 bars of top spin if the wind is under 6, but you start getting into over 6, and when you add top spin, the ball comes in really hot. So it's a little bit of a sensitive green. So just learn from that one, and that's what I would say. If you're under 6 miles an hour, add a click of topspin. If you're over 6, and just play that exact same shot as I did and let the wind do the work for you without the topspin. All right, hole number 3 is really easy. We don't need the graphics for this one. We know both shots are 10%. 3 top, 2 left. Again, I put half my orange ring on the rough, half my orange ring on the fairway. That's just to account if I hit a great left shot. Half a ball of left curl. But we do hit a perfect ball. So this thing comes in nicely and stops on the fairway. Brings us in here for shot number 2. Shot number 2 is a little bit of a difficult wind angle. All right, we're getting a little bit of headwind combined with wind blowing from left to right crosswind. Kind of the opposite direction of what we would like for this hole. But again, this is a 10% pull here. This is about a fourth of a ball of curl to the left. This ball comes in really nice and stops right there on the fringe, right next to the hole, making that an easy chip in for eagle. All right, hole number 4. I've got nothing to show you here, to be honest. I was trying to play the same shot that we were earlier in the week, with a very odd ball guide line. But the only difference here is the wind is blowing from left to right. Earlier in the week, we hole in one this one a couple times with the crosswind blowing the opposite direction. So, you know, my opponent wasn't close either, so I couldn't really learn a lot from his shot. But you'll see here, this thing is absolutely nowhere close. The ball guide line actually played true, which has been weird for this hole. So we need to reverse this and really attack this thing straight at the pin. But, overall, hole number 4 is a difficult hole to pick up a hole-in-one on. I feel like we've been pretty lucky on this one throughout the week with getting as many hole-in-ones as we did. It's just too bad we didn't get it in the finals when it counts. All right, hole number 5. Again, it's going to be that quarterback shot. Now for me, I'm counting my rings. But for you, you can just kind of take a look at this set landing position here. So it's almost as if, like, if you have a quarterback 10, you're going to see the blue ring kind of cutting through the middle of the rock right there. So that's kind of, like your landing position. This is a little bit of overpower, but full curl. You have to watch the overpower on this shot. As you'll see here, this ball comes in really nicely, but if you have too much OP, then you could go into the rough at the top. But there's no fear whenever you take a shot like that. Leaves you right next to the green. Easy chip in for another eagle. All right. Could have been a really nice back 9, even with leaving a couple shots really close at the pin, like hole 1 and hole 2. But I thought about going berserker, and I thought about trying to go over the sand. And this is a moment to where, I'll be honest, I think I could have made it with an extra mile 9. I really do. But I know a lot of people watching don't have an extra mile 9. So I decided to not take advantage of that since I'm not even close to competing in this tournament for a top 5 or top 10. I decided to back it up and play it like the rest of everybody else. So I use a quarterback here just for the ball guideline, just to try to get as much distance on this first fairway as possible. But, I'll take that. Not a whole lot of room to spare, but a very controlled drive. Shot number 2, unfortunately, I hit a great left, or else this would have been a really nice shot. I'm pretty confident of that. I'm going with almost full top, but not quite. Max right side spin. I pulled it at 10%. These are full OT and these are full curl. And this is just a baby great left shot. But, ultimately, I think it was enough to barely put me into the rough here. If anything, I would have probably rather hit a great right than a great left. But, I had to try to chip in to save the hole, and I didn't save it. So picked up another birdie on hole 6. All right, this is hole number 7. I'm pretty sure Bob Zilla, the opponent here, is another streamer. I'm trying to think of who, but I know I've seen it before. I can't think of who that is. Anyways, 20% at mid. You can see my target spot here. We do pick up a hole-in-one. This hole's also been good to me this tournament. I've got my red ring. Okay, red ring just barely cutting into the rough. Ball guy line on the seam. So you see where the dark green and the light green rows meet on the green? My ball guy line is on the right of the dark green patch. %, at mid distance. Sorry about my voice. I think I'm picking up a cold. I feel really stuffed up. You see that ball guideline goes in there? Man, finally. So instead of one sitting at the cup, we finally get the slow roll into the cup. So we'll take it. Brings us on to hole number 8. Hole number 8 is the drive is 10%. 6 top, 2 right, orange ring on the rough. I'm playing it at the +1 yard mark. That's just something that I wrote down earlier in the week in headwind. That was a good plus mark to play. That way we don't go too long on the drive. See here, this ball comes in nicely. And just the unfortunate part for me here is I hit a great ball on this shot. But I was using 2.5 back and then a little bit of left side spin just to kind of counter the wind here. I was putting my yellow ring up on the rough line. That's where we've been playing at all tournament at minus 15%. So in 5.8 wind, this was only like a 4.2 ring pool, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I mean, a great ball to the left. That just means, we're going to miss to the left. So not even close. But that's what happens when you hit a great ball. And that brings us into hole number 9. Hole number 9, this tailwind got the better of me for some reason. Anyways, I ended up driving the rough on this hole. But the one thing I know about this hole on pro, and maybe on rookie too, but it doesn't matter if you drive the rough. It eliminates the albatross ball guideline, but you can still easily get to the green in 2 shots, which you'll see here. I mean, there's no problem for me to do this bounce over shot onto the green, especially when I put in the top spin. Now you can see here I've got plenty of room, and I was trying to be greedy. I was trying to be greedy and find the ball guideline there, but then I decided, you know what, I'll just take the shot as normal. I put my yellow ring on the rough line just to account for a great right shot, which you can see I did. It's hard to hit perfect on that needle, but because I accounted for it, I'm completely fine, and I'm rolling towards the pin, and, we miss it by about 1.5 squares, but it's not like we're expecting the albatross out of the rough, but I really just wanted to show you that even if you mess up the drive there, the albatross opportunity is still possible. Hey, anyways, thank you so much for watching me throughout the week. It's been a lot of time. It's been a lot of work. I hope you find it all helpful. Everybody have a great week off of tournaments, and we'll see you for the next one.